So today I'm going to be talking about the Disney College Program application process. I applied August 15th, 2016 when the applications dropped, and that was a crazy day because I was in all the Facebook groups and my notifications were going crazy. Oh my goodness, the applications just dropped, so everybody needs to apply, and everyone's writing questions, and people who have done the program before, alumni, are very, very helpful if you're confused or you don't know what's going on. So I highly recommend that if you plan on applying to a program, to definitely join the Facebook groups even before you apply, because then you get a chance to know a lot more about the program and what you're getting yourself into before you apply, which is great. I had so many people help me throughout my application process, and I'm so grateful for that. So when you fill out the application, you're going to write down all of your work experience, and it asks you for your responsibilities as well as your skills. And I highly recommend that you write as much detail as possible. It took me about an hour and a half just to fill out the work experience part. Make sure that you don't spell anything wrong and that you write down as much as you possibly can. When you get put into submission, what that means is that your application is basically on hold. Do people get out of submission? Sometimes. I haven't seen it happen this semester in my application process, but say you are interested in going into the character performer auditions, that's a way to get out of submission. If you get pulled for a character performer or for entertainment, then you'll get pulled out of submission and then you'll continue with the process. So once you get past the application, you'll get an email. It took me about a couple hours to get the email. I didn't get it right away. I was also applied on the day they dropped, so it was probably really busy. So a couple hours later, I got the invitation to do the web-based interview. Now when I applied the first time, this is the part that I didn't get past. Personally, I think it was because I answered a lot of things as neutral. And so basically when you're going through the questions, it's on it's multiple choice, and then it's like a strongly agree to strongly disagree, and in the middle, like strongly agree, agreeing, neutral, disagree, strongly disagree. And there were a lot of questions where I was like, oh, I don't agree and I don't disagree, so I'm gonna say neutral. And after watching a lot of vlogs and talking to a lot of people, they said don't use the neutral button. They would much rather you disagree with something than to not have an opinion. They want people who think quick on your feet, because the questions are timed. You have only a couple of, I don't even remember how many, 15, 20 seconds or something like that to answer the questions. And so they want you to go with your first instinct. They don't want you to think about the question. They want you to be confident enough to answer that question right away, and that's my answer. So I highly recommend to stay away from the neutral button. However, I think I picked it about once or twice in my application process this time, because there's a question like, how do you feel about moving away from your family? And it's just, well, I'm excited, but I'm not happy about it at the same time. Like, it's a little tricky, so it's okay to put it down sometimes, but like I said, try to steer away from it. Be honest and be yourself. There's a lot of personality questions, and they want to make sure that you're a positive person and you're happy, and you got the Disney stuff. The phone interview. There's one thing that I really want to stress, and that's, please don't watch anyone else's videos before you take your own phone interview. And I mean, you could go on YouTube and search Disney College Program phone interview, which is okay. You could do that. If you want to record yours and review it afterwards, that's great. That's wonderful. So you could critique yourself and say you don't get in, then you know what to say and what you should do the next time. But do I recommend watching other people's videos before you take it? No. This is your interview. Make it your own. Don't compare yourself to others and And oh my goodness, like my phone interview was 14 minutes long and my friend's was 26 minutes. I was freaking out. I really thought that, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna get in. Hers was so much longer, mine was so short, and blah, blah, blah. No, it's okay. It all depends on your interviewer and the way you interview. If you know how to think on your feet and you know how to answer questions, so it'll be a piece of cake. Don't worry about it. In order to prep for my phone interview, what I did was I took loose leaf paper and I posted them on my headboard. So I wrote things like my work experience, my top roles, and qualities about myself, my favorite little Disney things. I went on Google and I typed in Disney College Program phone interview questions, and there's a lot of people who blog about it. So I recommend going on their blogs and reading what kind of questions were asked to them. It varies. Don't get me wrong, you're not asked the same questions, especially if you're applying for different roles. When it was time for my phone interview, I had my phone in front of me. They give you a time slot. So I picked, I think it was like 12 to 12:15. So they could call you any time in between there. Sometimes they call early, sometimes they call late, but they won't call like, they say to be ready 15 minutes before just in case they have to call you early, but it's not gonna, like, they're not gonna call me at 9:30 in the morning or even 11:30. Like 11:45 was around the time that they could have called, but they didn't call me until 12:14 on the dot. I was freaking out. I was literally just sitting here looking at my phone, just waiting for it to ring. And then my mom was like texting me all the time, and I kept freaking out because I'm like, Mom, stop texting me. I'm waiting for a phone call. I will text you after the phone interview. So please, if you get stressed out like I do, make sure you put your phone on mute. Like, you could put your conversations, your text messages on mute, so you're just ready for your phone call. They're so nice, and they're such cool people to talk to that I wouldn't stress about it at all. I had Nina, she was so cool. At the end of the interview, they ask if you have any questions, and I think it's a really good idea to ask them questions back. So something like, I don't know, how did you get started in the Disney College Program? Or how about, can you tell me more information about the Disney look? Can you tell me more information about the volunteers program? There's a lot of questions you can ask, but don't feel obligated to keep asking questions. Be prepared. It's going to be okay. You're gonna do great. If you completed the phone interview, you are done. You're done in your application, and now all you do is wait. And wait. And wait. And I mean wait. You could find out, like, it doesn't matter if you applied August 15th and your phone interview was August 22nd, you could find out November 11th. And that is terrible. I've watched it happen. It's not fun. But you need to be patient. You need to be calm. I wasn't either of those things. I checked my email about every hour and my dashboard every hour. Everybody's gonna tell you to don't do it, but you're gonna do it anyway. So, you know, that's alright. Okay, so that's it. If you want to try out to be a character performer, there's another audition. But after that, that's your process. What they don't tell you is that it's going to be really hard to wait. It's going to be really hard to see everybody else get accepted and to see people get no longer in consideration. And it could be an emotional roller coaster, this entire journey. But if you want it, if you really, really want it, and this is something that you've strived to achieve for your whole life or for a really long time, then it'll be okay. It'll all be worth it. I have to give a big shout out to everyone who had to deal with me throughout my process. Danny and my parents and my best friends Ashley and everybody in my sorority. I was really nervous that I wasn't going to get in, and I was almost positive that, I kept telling myself, oh, this person got accepted, there's no way I'm in, they applied before me, it just doesn't make any sense. But I got accepted on a Monday, and everybody was trying to figure out, oh, acceptances only come out on Wednesdays, on Thursdays, or Fridays. you can't figure them out. You just can't. But getting that acceptance letter, it's all worth it. It's all worth it. This is something that you want. At the end of the day, if you don't get accepted this time, don't give up. Absolutely don't give up. Keep trying. If this is your dream, it'll come true. Because all your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. Walt Disney. Good luck, everyone. It feels so surreal, but I'll be checking in and becoming an official cast member of Walt Disney World in just a couple of weeks. So yeah, I was accepted as a character performer, and I am so excited. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below, or my Instagram is somewhere in here. I'd be glad to help.